Live viewers, alright. Let's go. Let's do it. Where are we at? Let me get everything set up. Make sure my audio is good. Let's turn down the background audio and let's get right into it. Preacher. I thought it was a video clip. I know, dude. When I set up the damn, I'm on the wrong account. Oh shit, whose account are you? Oh, this is one of your sock puppets. All good, man. All good. I know. When I went to send out the link to the Discord on my computer, it was showing it as like a video, not a live stream. And I was like, what the hell is going on over here? But it's okay. It's a live stream, and we are gonna go through my brilliant idea that I came up with all on my own. Anakin, good morning or good evening. How are you, my friend? We're going to go through the brilliant idea that I came up with all on my own. And it's called Fight Radio. It's such a unique idea. It's such a unique... Oh, what's up, Cage? How you going, man? I'm going through my totally unique and original idea of Fight Radio, where I go through the entire card. And I pick out some betting predictions, and I pick out who I think is going to win the fights. It's going to be an unforgettable experience. It is a 1 in 1,000 experience. I've heard that ESPN and the UFC on Discord want to buy this idea. It's such a banger of an idea. So like it's a lesbian dance party. Strap yourselves in, boys, because we're on for a big one today. And who could ask for a better card than UFC Denver, quite frankly? You know, a card, UFC Denver, which is at elevation, and where over half of the fights were put together in less than 2 weeks' notice. Who could ask? And a main event is a WMMA fight, with WMMA fights riddled throughout the card. And literal communists are on this card, people with communists tattooed to them. Honestly, who could ask for just a better card to bless us this week after a week off? Oh. Why would I leave doing a card prediction until the very last minute? Why would I leave that till the last minute? Why not spend my entire week talking about it? Anyway, we're going to do it, and we're going to try and enjoy ourselves. So that's what we're here for, boys. Cayman, what's up? What's up? Good morning, mate. How are you? Cyril Gane versus Volkov. The fuck? This is why I hate MMA fans. This striker is underrated takedown defense. When a certain fighter is not good, even testing themselves against one, fight Almeida, you fucking French duck. Yeah, he's clearly ducking Almeida. Clearly. This is not good for my career, fighting Almeida. It's not good for my career. Why would I fight him? I hope that Alexander Volkov grapple fucks him against the cage. Grapple fucks him. I'm done with Cyril Gane. I'm done. It's too late. It's too little too late, Cyril. It's too bloody little too bloody late, mate. Get out of me head. Good morning, Crystal. How are you, my friend? Or I guess good evening for you, mate. How you going? How you going? Am I detecting some sarcasm there? No, dude. This is just a banger of a card. I'm so excited for this. And let's do it. Let's get into it. Crystal in the chat. Crystal in the chat. The whole team's here. Okay, let's go. So, kicking off UFC Denver, one of the best cards you're ever going to bloody cast your eyes upon is Josh Friend versus Andrei Petrovsky. Andrei Petrovsky is a man who I quite frankly think stole from anyone who bet on him last fight. Is a communist. Has a communist tattoo, has a hammer and sickle tattooed to himself, is a wrestler, and this fight is at elevation, so he will gas. He is a communist, so he will rob you. And yeah, I would never, ever, 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 ever pick a communist or put my money on a communist. So we're going to be going with Josh Friend to win. We're going to be going for him to win somewhere in the second round. How do you do your picks? How to score? I don't want to score. I want to make picks. Thank you. Yes, Josh Friend. He's going to get the knockout. He's going to get the knockout somewhere in the second round. So they are going to be my picks on Verdict MMA if you want to follow along with my picks. All is well, my friend. Petrovsky should win. I don't think so, Anakin. I don't think so. All jokes aside, all communism jokes aside. Good morning, Toad. How are you? I do think he's going to gas, man. I think he's going to come out and wrestle really hard for the first 2 rounds, and then because of the elevation, he's going to gas. And I think also we have to consider that, yes, he did get knocked out by slamming his face into another man's chin, but That sort of tells me, how chinny do you have to be to get slammed into a chin? You know, that's very, very chinny. So I foresee a lot of Andre Petrovsky looking very strong in the first round and then fading as the fight goes on, getting finished in the second round. Now, as for the money around that talk, where is Josh Friend versus Andre Petrovsky? What have we got? So, Andre Petrovsky, oh my God, this is pretty much a 50-50 fight over here on Sportsbet. Jeez. Mr. Toad, I think the UFC just want earn Garner title shot while getting rid of Volkov, who Tom has already destroyed so bad that no one would care about the rematch. Yeah, no, they definitely want Cyril Gane versus Tom Aspinall as a title shot. They want to do that in Manchester or in Paris. And it would be one of the biggest sporting events in Europe of the year. Probably the biggest sporting event in Europe that year would be Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane in Europe. England versus France, obviously. Striker versus well-rounded MMA fighter. It is a great fight, and I can 100% see why WWE, UFC would want to make that fight, and are going to do everything they can to make that fight. What's good for the UFC here, Toad, is that even if Gane does lose to Volkov, because it's heavyweight and there's so little things to do, like you could realistically see the UFC doing something like this, right? Like Rosenstrike gets a win over Tai Tuivasa, and then the UFC go, well, how about Cyril Gane coming off a loss against Rosenstrike? Cyril Gane gets the win there. Cyril Gane's now on like a one-fight win streak, and the UFC go, he's had up and downs with just killers, and no one else is available right now, so he's up next for Tom Aspinall. Sort of like a Dustin Poirier-esque title shot. I could see that happening. Okay, Josh Friend by submission. Ooh, I don't know about that. I would say Josh Friend by TKO. If I was going to look at anything, my exact call would be a $17 return, which is a wild return. What did I say? Round 3 finish, TKO. My exact call for Josh Friend via TKO in the third round. So Andre Petrovsky is gassed up against the cage. Josh Friend is just beating the piss out of his body. I guess then it would be a submission because Josh Friend Petrovsky would end up giving up his neck and Josh Friend would finish him via a rear naked choke. But I don't know if Friend has ever gotten any submissions off the top of my head, and I'm not looking up any stats now. Will the fight go the distance? No, at a 150. Even that is a worse return than just picking Josh Friend out, just flat. Just straight out flat. Other markets, what do we got? If the fight goes to a decision, including a technical decision, bets on this market are void. If a fighter wins by TKO or submission, they will be settled as the winner and the opponent the loser. No contest will be void. Decision, no bet. So if there isn't a finish either way, if the fight goes to a decision, including technical decision, all the markets are void. If a fighter wins by TKO, they will be settled as the winner. Okay, so this one is you're betting for Josh Friend via a TKO or submission at $1.74. It doesn't even get you any better odds than just Josh Friend out on his own. So I think we'd be putting just Josh Friend into the parlay maker for the card. We're off. We're off and running. Oh my God, what a great idea this Fight Radio is. Unbelievably good idea. All right. Gentlemen, let's move on. Up on the card. Continuing on. Montel Jackson versus Damir Blackshear. I got some bloody notes for this one, boys. Anakin, Gane beat Volkov before, so it's winnable for him again. I know. That's why I'm hoping that Volkov learns from that and goes for heavy grappling approach, because it's very obvious that Cyril Gane has got this massive hole in him. He's got this massive hole in Pause. What did I just say? Oh, it's obvious Cyril Gane's got this massive hole in him. It's obvious Cyril Gane has got this massive hole in his game, and that is the wrestling. So if this is going to be a number 1 contenders fight, use the fucking wrestling. Wrestle Volkov. Or don't be an MMA fighter, right? Like fucking Yuri Prohaska. Don't be an MMA fighter. Be a fucking wrestler. Volkov is also 10 times better now. Yeah, true, Cage, and he's combing his hair mid-fights. That signals a level of relaxation that men like you and I cannot simply imagine. A level of relaxation that only a based Russian Chad would have. To sit down and comb one's hair mid-fight. To beat up Sergey Pavlovich and make sure you look good doing it. The levels of based there are quite frankly unbelievable. UFC gives Gun favorable matchups to win. True, Anakin. Blackshear decision. What did I have on my little notes here, mate? Montel Jackson versus Damon Blackshear. Blackshear always gets takedowns, but Montel has been in and out of the gym getting ready for fights. Blackshear has been booked for fights. Bet Montel. He's been in and out of the gym. Bet Montel Blackshear. Okay, I think I'm going with Montel. How has Dougie even taken over Fight Radio? You know, you just come in and you just say, this idea is mine. I mean, it was a 100% original idea. He just stole it like a Romanian. I've done tape on Montel and he couldn't finish JP Bays. Ooh, shit. Really, Anakin, you're making me want to switch my bet. And this is another one that I feel like is 50-50. Volkov should wrestle? Absolutely. He actually took down Blades that one time. Yep. That's actually based as fuck. Yeah, pretty Chad behavior to just rock up and say, this is my idea now. I mean, it was always my idea. It was a 100% original idea. Going through an entire fight card and making betting predictions live online, clearly a very original thought. There's a clear path to victory against Vaughn. Come on, Volkov. Yeah, please put him away. I do have a fun question in mind, if you don't mind taking the time to hear me out with it. Does China seem very weak in the UFC recently? Well, Crystal, I think that's literally because the Asian market is so well catered to with like Ryzen, K1 kickboxing, and of course One Championship. And I think Brave MMA is out of Asia as well. Yeah, so you know, for them to come over and break into the US market, there's just so much for them to fight for at home, where they don't have to worry about flights and all that kind of stuff and training close to their homes. So yeah, like and also I do believe that China's military age fighting men are busy, very busy. You know, China's very, very busy with their military age fighting men. You know, they're putting them on planes, flying them out to South America, buying them bus tickets. So yeah, there's a lot to do. I mean, Ngannou is a striker, literally switched his game plan against Gunn and took him down and over. Gunn's takedown defense might be sus even against strikers. True, mate. True. Smelly Fingers, what's up, man? I've seen you around other people's chats. Welcome to mine. I hope you're doing good, dude. I mean, Ngannou's a striker, literally switched his game plan against... Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean, man. Like, if you are in the cage and you see Cyril Gane across from you and you go, I think I'm going to strike with him, you deserve to never fight for a belt. Brendan Allen finally accepted the Amavov fight in Paris. I don't see how he wins. Good. Fuck Brendan Allen. He got bullied into it. Good. Wasn't Tommy Boy one of the old Fight Radio... Tommy Boy. Wasn't Tommy Boy one of the old... Tommy Boy. No, Weston, I don't... That doesn't ring a bell. I'm not sure who. I've never heard of that guy, Tommy Boy. Nah, sorry, man. I don't know. Yeah, don't know who that is. Dan Hooker versus Gamrot was announced. Who do you guys got? Oh, unfortunately, I got Gamrot. Yet, no, who is... I don't... No, sorry, guy. I don't know who that is. Spivak is a wrestler, didn't take down a gun. I know, but Jones did, but he's elite. Well, it's because, as much as we want to shit on John Jones, and it is fun to shit on John Jones, John Jones has a MMA IQ. John Jones has an MMA brain, and will use his MMA brain to win fights, and good on it. Like, this is a sport. That's what you should do. You should win fights the easiest way possible, and that's what John Jones did. So yeah, anyone who finds himself in a cage standing opposite Cyril Gane and doesn't shoot a takedown is a moron. Is a moron. There's like here's half your paycheck ready to go. You're gonna win half your paycheck right here. All you have to do is take him down. I think I'm gonna stand with him. Okay. Don't feed you kids. What can I say? I picked Gane against Spivak because Spivak is a McDonald's fighter. Fair, Cayman. Fair. I thought so. Has Dougie buried... No, I don't even know who that is, man. I can't even... Tommy Boy? I don't know who that is. Volkov is more athletic than Spivak. Yes, true. Spivak isn't even a wrestler. He's more of a judo guy. Facts. Damn, I missed something. Nah, dude, we're having a bit of fun. Me and Tommy. Bloody good on him, mate. Whoever that kid is. If Volkov can't catch a body kick of Gun, he can take him down. He's taller than Gun. Catch the leg, elevate it, and put Gun off balance. Yeah, dude, just a classic single leg, drop him on his ass. I like it, Cayman. And that's what we'll be expecting to see. Spivak only has takedowns from the clinch. Which a Muay Thai striker like Gun is used to. Have we ever seen Volkov go for double legs? Toad, good to see you, man. Welcome back to the stream, man. I hope you're doing good. I think that Volkov should be able to get in some underhooks, grapple Gun against the cage, and go for that trip, go for that single leg. Like, I think once you've got the cage as your friend, tipping Gun over shouldn't be too hard for a man with as much MMA experience as Alexander Volkov, is what I would say. Spivak tried, though. He just wasn't successful, which shows here how skilled Jones is. Good point, Douglas's memo, and good evening to you, sir. I hope you're doing good. Cage, Volkov can outstrike Gun. Shama. I believe that too, Cage. We've got Chads on Chad. He went for the double leg against Blades and Tuivasa. He is taller than Gun. Those underhooks can work in taking Gun down. That's what I just said, Cayman. Maybe that's why you said it. Did Volkov wrestle against Gun in the last fight? More research will be needed, Anakin. Maybe someone in chat can remind us. But I don't remember. Volkov never wrestled against Gun in the first fight. Chat has now reminded us. Thank you, chat. Thank you, Cayman. I appreciate it. That's what's so great about doing this together as a team. Things I don't know, which are many and great and vast, get filled in by you, the chat, the boys, and Crystal. The boys and Crystal. Spivak slammed heavy ass Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy. He doesn't count as a human being. He is just a heavy bag that comes into a cage, drops his hands, and gets knocked the fuck out. Did you guys see Greg Hardy got knocked out 2 weeks ago? Again. Fucking craziness. Bet Montel Jackson. He has been in and out of the gym getting ready for fights. This is at elevation. Anakin, talk to me about... Where was it? Anakin! Not being able to finish fucking... JP Bays. That hurts me. That does hurt me, Anakin. That does hurt me. What are the odds? This is why we do this live and break it down. Oh, good feeling in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. I've been all my life. Oh, Lord. Bet Montel. Montel is the favorite. Oh, Anakin says bet Damon Blackshear. Damon is the underdog. Fuck it. Let's put some underdogs in the parlay. I like it. And you know what? Just because you're a bloody legend, Anakin, I'm going to switch my pick to Damon Blackshear as well. What do you reckon, Anakin? Knockout, submission, or decision? Let me know, my friend. Blackshear gave Mario Bautista problems on short notice. That is helping your argument here. Blackshear can take Montreal down. Yep. Is Greg Hardy married to Dan Hardy? I think he is, Cage. I think he is. Yeah. Yep. Volkov is also a Russian that refers to wrestle in an MMA fight. Yep. Please hand in your Russian card. Yeah, that's true, mate. If you are Russian and you're not wrestling, you're Russian out the door. You're getting out of here. You're no longer part of team-based. Gun has been... Whoa! Wait, hang on. Sorry, Weston. I see the word grooming, and as a person online, you really have to just read the rest of the sentence. But I think we're okay. Gun has been grooming French poodles, while Volkov has to figure out how to whoop his old pal in the Russian commercial refrigerator. Big ass arms, Pavlovich. I like that, Weston. Decision. All right, this is yours. That pick is yours, and we've got him on the We've got him in the parlay as well. All right, back to the card. What's the next fight? What's the next fight on this card? I don't know what this is. There seems to be a 30-minute ad break on the card. And then you've got Joshua Van versus Johnson. Charles Johnson. Go over here to the sports bet. So you got a break. Where's Charles Johnson? There he is. Boom. Joshua Van versus Charles Johnson. Larry, what's up, brother? How you going, man? Welcome to the once a week live show that we do. Completely original, completely groundbreaking, a completely unforgettable experience that is being shoved into your ear holes. It's called Fight Radio. It's where I go through the entire card and try and come up with some betting predictions and picks for you guys. It's wildly original and one of the best things you're ever going to hear on the internet. Going, yep, for Blackshear. Cage, they divorced. Cage, they divorced recently, but Greg Hardy decided to keep the last name. Garner's making movies. How much is he improving his grappling? He's also in a trash gym grappling-wise. Yep, absolutely. And Volkov does seem to be very locked in. Very, very locked in. What's up, Larry? Good to see you, man. Josh Van decision. Who have I got in my notes? Listen, Anakin, I'm going to listen to you, but let me check my notes first. Josh Van, new school, the young up-and-comer, looking to win against the old school Charles Johnson. The classic story of a young... This is what I've written down as my notes. The classic story of a young gun there to kill the old vet. The old vet is there to lose. This is how I make up my notes for fights. Alright. Shit. Charles Johnson, 30-25. No way am I fucking picking Charles Johnson. Absolutely no way. And Dougie is modest too. Yeah, for sure. Fight radio is better than submission radio. Australia, stand up and then do sit back down politely. Don't cause any trouble, Australians. Sit back down. Calm down. Alright, we're here to have fun, but we're here to have fun within the regulations of the government's boundaries. Not too much fun. Okay? Drink responsibly. Alright. Yeah, no fucking way in hell would I pick Charles Johnson to win this fight. No fucking way in hell. Josh Van is going to outwork him. Charles Johnson is going to gas out. Josh Van is going to get the finish late in the fight. Now, Anakin, what did you say? Since Josh Van via decision, nice. Yep. Anakin, we're on point. Now, who's picking Charles Johnson in this one? I want to know. This is better, I feel, than Tapology, yeah, because Tapology, it sort of sways you because it shows how many people are picking what. Where I guess here I'm using the sports betting book, so that sort of like shows it as well. Like, obviously, Josh Van is the heavy favorite here. But I think that's fair. So you think Josh Van is going to win via decision, do you? So what are the other markets? If this fight goes to a decision, it's void, but it's still 152. Which is a little bit more. So this might be the way. So hang on. If the fighter wins by TKO or submission, they are settled as the... so on this bet here, other markets, we're hoping that Josh Van gets the win, but it's not a decision. So if we're going for Josh Van via decision, via submission, via points... Via points is $1.93. There is a little bit more money in that one, mate. I'm not going to lie. There's a little bit more money in that one there. Van via decision. Yeah, people seem very... I said decision because Johnson is tough to finish. Yep. Larry agrees with you. Jacob from We Want Picks picked Johnson. No, he didn't. The freckled salamander himself picked Johnson. I swear to God, sometimes he just makes ridiculous picks just to fuck with you guys, just to get some backlash. But good on him. You know, the boys that We Want Picks is the best and most serious and most legit betting channel in MMA. So, while everybody is here, the channels to watch. Bad Math MMA for hilarity during the day shift to night shift when I'm not streaming. Bad Math MMA. Very, very fun channel. The entire crew over there. Brutally Honest MMA. making the Walk MMA. They're me boys on the other side of the aisle. For serious betting discussion, if you guys are not clued in, We Want Picks is one of the fucking best channels on MMA for actual statistical breakdown and analysis of the game. I think that DraftKings and Sportsbet probably hate We Want Picks because they're so good at making picks. Dougie, don't you always refer to submission radio as submissive radio? No, I don't. No, I never refer to them as submissive radio. That is good though. But no, I don't refer to them as submissive radio. So yeah. But that's interesting to hear that fucking the Freckled Salamander is picking Charles Johnson. Very interesting. I will be picking Joshua Van via decision, and I would also. Oh man, I don't know if I love that as part of the parlay. I guess it is. All right, via points. All right, there you go. I mean, this is the point of Fight Radio. We make the big bets and the big calls. So far, the parlay that we're getting together is Josh Friend over Andre Petrovsky. We are going Damon Blackshear to get the win over Montel Jackson, and we are going Joshua Van via points. What is this multi coming together at? Bet slip, 3 legs. So far, you're getting an 8-1 return on this multi-bet that I'm making up for you guys. It's. Can you see that? Where is it? Right there. Can you see that? Yeah. So far, you guys are getting an 8-1 return. It's the most outstanding betting odds you'll ever get. You listen to Dougie. Dougie will make you money. Then you say, thanks, Dougie, in the form of super chats. Yeah, boys. Angelo's picks suck, and their safety parlays are lame as fuck. Jacob have all right picks, and his locks are good. Well, I don't get to see their picks because I don't pay the $10 a month. Jacob has good picks at times. We Want Picks will burn in hell for all eternity. Whoa, what the fuck have you guys got against We Want Picks? Hang on, only $10 a month. Yeah, I don't pay the $10 a month for people's picks, but. Is there something going on behind the paywall that I'm not seeing? Because when I see them make their picks, they've got, like, all the fucking fight analysis there. All of the fight analysis there. They put out, like, different angles of the fights every single day. I don't listen to every single one. But, yeah, they do very good. They do very, very good. Skip to your chat. Oh, no, Weston. Sorry, shit. Thoughts on Charles Johnson's dope bald head, neck, mustache art? It is an odd look. It's an odd look. It's certainly not a look that I would go for. Maybe we could go for the weird haircut tier list, and we could start off with Charles Johnson and Diego Lopez and just end the tier list right there, Weston. Larry, sorry, mate. Jesus. Anyone saw Ange Losa in the weigh-ins? He might have staph on his shoulder and his chest. Oh, shit. I didn't watch the weigh-ins. But I saw on Twitter that Cortez had to cut her hair, which is fucking crazy. Like, to make weight, which probably makes me think, like, Cortez is probably not going to make the full length of the fight. So, yeah, we'll get to that. But, yeah, I haven't watched the weigh-ins. So, the weigh-ins happened while I was asleep. So, I just woke up and got everything ready for the show and put everything together. So, yeah, please let me know. Then try to blackmail YouTubers into it. Whoa. They will burn in hell for eternity. They try to blackmail YouTubers into signing with them for a shitty deal. They're complete grifters. My God, dude, you are really... I didn't expect that from the boys over at We Want Picks. What is it wrong with everyone online being an absolute dog? I don't get it, man. I don't get it, dude. What is with people, man? Money is so... Fuck, dude. So dirty. I mean, I would never steal a show idea. I would 100% come up with my own idea, something original, something like, I don't know, some sort of betting and prediction show and name it, like, almost have it like an old school radio show, but it was about fighting, you know? I'd come up with an idea completely on my own, like some sort of fight radio idea. Anyway. Brian Kelleher also has the skull cut haircut like Johnson. Yeah. But Johnson's got it as the red out the back, right? And my money is on Charles Johnson because he has a lot of pent-up rage. And that, honestly, you know, that does get you a long way. Especially in a WMMA fight. True. Charles Johnson, S tier. Diego Lopez, probably A tier. And down the list. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so are we done with this fight? I think we're done with this fight. I've got Charles Johnson losing. I think if you think Charles Johnson is going to win, may God have mercy on your soul. 60% of, sorry, I didn't answer the poll. 60% of the chat seems to think Charles Johnson has got this, so I'll be saying a prayer for 57% of the chat, you know. Alhamdulillah. May you rest in peace with your picks. If you're putting Charles Johnson in a parlay, I do truly hope if you're betting on this weekend's card and you've got Charles Johnson in a parlay, next time you need to buy a packet, make sure they're magnums, like just the biggest size possible, like Lex Steel sized. If you're throwing down Charles Johnson into a parlay, you're gonna need just the biggest package holder you can get. If you're ever doing MMA training sparring and you're buying a cup, you're buying an extra large cup, maybe an extra large cup. So good on you, bro. Good on you. Alhamdulillah. For all the 57% of you out there that are going with Charles Johnson, alhamdulillah. I was considering stealing one of your show ideas, but I was going to ask you first to include crediting you if someone commented on it. No, Douglas, listen, if you do want to use Fight Radio, just make sure you're like, it was Dougie's Corner's idea completely. We just want the internet to know who really thought of it. Van is actually solid. He's not like that Massim guy or Jake Hadley. Oh, Jake Hadley. Rest in peace, Jake Hadley. Anakin Skywalker, what are your picks so far? I got Elder, Petrovsky, Damon, Van, Abdul, Low Confidence, C-Rod, Bonfim, Silva. You got Silva, Larry. And you got the Communist. Ooh, Larry. Break out the extra large magnums for Larry CTM. God damn, girls. We got a big one in the chat over here with Larry. So Tracy Cortez has had a bait weight cut while fighting at elevation against someone who trains in Colorado, short notice in 5 rounds. She has no chance. That was exactly my thought as I was loading up the stream, Toad. That was exactly my thought. I was like, she cannot make weight. She cannot wait. I was like, I'm pretty sure Rose trains at elevation, but I'm not certain. So you've just like locked that into my brain for me. Thank you. And this is exactly where my line was. I was like, Rose is going to fucking destroy her. If I was Cortez, I would pull out rather than get a loss on my record. Because when fans literally go back and just look at the Tapology record, they don't remember the circumstances of the fight. Like, you will, Toad, and Anakin will, and like Tony F1 who jumps in. Like, real close bettors will remember. But generally, the general MMA population won't remember that shit. So just fucking pull out. It's better to cheat, miss weight, and pull out than it is to lose a fight. Yeah. Larry CTM, I pretty much have the exact same picks as you, but for WMMA, I have Jasmine and Santos, but not doing the main event though. Fair. Nick 23. For sure, bro, no doubt. I changed my mind because I value originality, which is why I've definitely credited you. Thanks, Douglas. Thanks, mate. I'm not going to lie, I'm feeling an underdog win from Cortez, but I also don't believe she's any good. So, Nick and Anakin and Toad, everybody, not just you three, everybody. Because it's the main event, if you have a successful night at the table, like leading up to the main event, if you've already made a bit of cash leading up to the main event, you got some profit already. You could have a sprinkle on Cortez. But I would not, seriously, because full disclosure, I don't actually bet on the fights. I just like to come up with this shit because I think it's fun. And it makes for a good show before the fights start. But if you did seriously win some money, I would have a sprinkle on Cortez with the profits. But I would not be fucking putting her in any serious parlay. And if you are putting her in a serious parlay and you're putting Charles Johnson in a serious parlay as well. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to pick the homeless chick, Akapova. Nobody supports the homeless. I heard that rumor, Cage. It cannot be true. Cage, I was actually thinking about picking it, but I like her having those issues. Like you said, it will make her lose. I heard people say that she got kicked out of MMA gyms. But I feel like her having those issues, like you said, will make her... Yeah, well, apparently she's homeless not because, like, she bought a van and just wants to live, like, a minimalistic lifestyle. Apparently she's homeless because she has a very serious drug problem. And you cannot have that and fight at elevation or fight at all. So, yeah. Moving on to the next fight. I can feel it coming in. That cannot be all the prelims. My God. What a dog shit card. Right, so that's the prelims. It's got 3 fights on it. Moving on to the main card. Abdul Al-Hassan versus Cody Brundage. Cody Brundage survived the first round against Bo Nickel. Cody Brundage is a wrestler. Cody Brundage trains at elevation. Cody Brundage is going to win. How is he going to win is the question. How is Cody Brundage going to win is the question. Is he going to beat up Abdul Hassan around the body, lock in the rear naked choke towards the end of the fight? Is Abdul going to fight the hands and survive until the decision? Let's have a look at the odds. I see chat tinkering away. I will get to you, boys. You know that. I'm just having a look at the odds, and then I'll flick my eyes back over to the chat. Where's Cody Brundage? I'm coming, boys. I'm coming. Boys, I am coming. Cody Brundage is the underdog? Oh, we might just be going for Cody Brundage by a straight up win. Cody Brundage on points is $8. That's the bet. That's the bet right there. That is the fucking bet. We don't even need anything else on the parlay. We're cleaning that parlay up. That is the fucking... Get your credit cards out. That's the bet right there. Cody Brundage by points. All right, where are we at? Cage hit the air horn on the soundboard, mate. Lol, 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 lol. They just don't care anymore. Who are you talking about, Nick? Abdul, first round KO. Come on, Anakin. Come on, mate. Paddy Pimblett. Damn, Paddy Pimblett went from a plus 136 to a plus 112. I don't speak DraftKings betting odds, unfortunately, so I don't know what that means. At Anakin, Van versus Alessandro Costa. Who would you pick, my brother? I hope Abdul gets the finish to carry my bets, but I have a feeling that this one is going to go over 1.5. Okay. I'm glad I bet on him on the opening odds. No, you're talking about Paddy Pimblett. Nice. Abdul gave Piper some problems on the feed and made Piper wrestle. Cody Brundage is a quitter. He's a first-round fighter. Or he quits like the Dumas fight, Bo Nickel and Vieira fight. The UFC doesn't want to make any new fans. No fucking cards like this, they don't. Not in the West, anyway. The UFC feels like they have all the fans they need in the West. Cody is a quitter. I've heard this argument going around the MMA spaces. Anakin, I've heard this argument going around the MMA spaces of Cody as a quitter. I just don't think... BRB, smoke break. I do feel like he will get... I don't know why, man. You know, sometimes you've just got that feeling in your guts that, like, this one is going to go a certain way. I think maybe after getting embarrassed at UFC 300, it's going to give him a little bit more drive. And have we, Anakin, seen Abdul fight at elevation before? Because you really do see fighters like completely crumble when their gas tanks start to go from underneath them. And I just feel like, yeah, Abdul can put up a good fight, but is he number one, do I think he's going to win? No, I don't. I don't at all. I can see Brundage dominating him the first round. And like you said, Brundage is usually a quitter. But him having the cardio to be able to keep pushing through into the second and the third, and Abdul not being able to bring himself back from that beating in the first. So the question in my mind is whether or not it gets finished in the second or in the third. Or get finished at all. Do you see? Do you see what I'm thinking here? Do you see where my mind is going with this? What did Larry say? I don't rate Brundage at all, neither do I. But he has stepped on a few short notice fights. We'll see. This is a full camp, so I can see him giving a tougher out than most times. That's what I'm feeling. Other than that, he's still a quitter. Dude, like, there was this whole Charles Oliveira is a quitter narrative. I don't know, man. Like, you can only be known for a quitter for so long. I guess, Larry, I'll add to it. This is probably my last time ever giving Cody Brundage the benefit of the doubt. I think that is probably fair to say. I think that is very fair to say. Like, yeah, he's a quitter, right? Okay, but this is his full camp. You've just been embarrassed. You've been embarrassed in one of the biggest fight cards of all time. I'm talking about Abdul and hedging it. I'm taking Abdul and I'm going to hedge it with an over 1.5. Let's have a look at the over 1.5 because so far this call right here of Cody Brundage by points. Oof. All right, Abdul over 1.5. Will the fight? I'm taking and hedging with. Will the fight go the distance? Oof. Fight, here we are. Here's the bet. Is the fight going to start round 3? Jeez. Total rounds? Jeez. Garrett, what's up, mate? How you going, brother? How the fuck are you already a channel member? I guess you're one of the people that got some membership. I guess you're one of the people that got some membership over the gifted memberships recently. But fucking g'day, legend. G'day. Welcome to the fucking channel, you legendary cunt. This is my betting and prediction show that I do once a week. So yeah, hang out, have a fucking good time. Let me know what you reckon. Right now, we're on this fight. Cody Brundage versus Abdul Al-Hassan. I think Cody Brundage is going to win. The chat is trying to convince me otherwise. I think Brundage... So far, I'm feeling like Brundage is going to be able to drag this fight out over the 15 minutes. Make it a wrestle fest. Quite fucking boring, to be honest. But that's how I think he's going to be getting the win. Abdul does have power, though, which Brundage has to be aware of. Yeah, and again, I think once you wrestle on him, lean on him, work him for that first round, Anakin, that power is going to drain really, really quickly. Putting my farm on Cody by spinning rear naked choke. That's the way, Cage. And he's got a farm. Cage, did you listen to that Bryce Mitchell podcast? PDB podcast. Insanity. What's up, you dickhead, Garrett? What's up, you fucking legendary cunt? Yeah, I was thinking Brundage would reluctantly go balls to the wall because of the adult's power, then fold if he doesn't get folded in the process. Abdul versus Bruno Ferreira would be fire from Cole Strom. If you look at Brundage's recent wins, it's a slam KO and a DQ win. Al Hassan has at least got a KO over Ribeiro. That slam KO happens once in a while. Yes, sir, brother. I got Guru donated by the... Oh, you're part of the Guru army. Well... It's just speaking pig talk for you because I know that's how Guru communicates to his audience. So I just wanted to make you feel included. All right, I'm fucking nothing if not inclusive. But I will not be watching any of the main event this weekend. Let's just say that. We'll be playing UFC 5 instead. You feel me? What are your top 2 favorite fights on the card? What are my top 2? Shit, dude. It is obviously Drew Dober. Fucking hyped for that one. Shit. What else have we got? I mean, it is a dog shit fight. It is a dog shit card. I want to see Muslim Salikov, actually. I really want to see Muslim Salikov and see how he goes. I know no one else is a Muslim Salikov fan, and I don't blame them. But I want to know is he done or is he not? Or is Ponzinibbio done? To me, this one, the Muslim Salikov Ponzinibbio fight, is a who's done fight. Okay, so let us fucking put the pin. Nah, my soundboard was the pig noises, Westy. Is Cage's soundboard broken? If you were a matchmaker, who would you put Bo Nickel against next? Oh, Colstrom. Oh, brother, I'm gonna have to bring up the whole. Let me do this for you, mate, and then I'll MMA World Rankings. Just off the top of my head, chat, because I was thinking about these fights. Bo Nickel is a welterweight, yeah? Is Bo Nickel a welterweight? I'm just going to say he's a welterweight. I'm assuming he's a welterweight. Bo Nickel, we got to get him a win. What, Muslim Salikov too? Yeah, dude. I want to know if he's done or not. Bo Nickel. He's not a welterweight, obviously. Middleweight. Where the fuck are you ranked, Bo Nickel? Where the fuck are you, Bo Nickel? Sorry, hold time it. Don't die. You're all good, mate. Let me catch up on these. If you were a matchmaker, who would you put? I'm going to get to that. Westy, not Westy, please. Thanks. I'm IFW, Muslim Salikov too. IFW, but you're looking forward to Muslim Salikov too. Drobo versus Silva and Van versus Johnson are the best fight. Van versus Johnson, it is going to be good to see Joshua Van, to see whether or not he can fucking do this. Yeah, absolutely. That's true. That's a good one too. So we got 3 good fights on this card. Bonfilm versus Losa will also be interesting. It will be, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Miguel, what's up, man? How you going, man? He's the king of kung fu. Patrick is bullying you. That's all right. That's what Cage is here to do. Thank God for some. Bo Nickel versus Rodolfo Vieira. I could see that. One for sure. Smoking Remy and did the same on the same day. What? Miguel, g'day. Welcome back. Welcome to the feed. What are you talking about? AMP and Brando died together. I'm smoking. Dude, what? Miguel, what is going on? Let's get back to this since chat has completely gone off the rails. Let's get back to this fight. Which fight are we locking in on? This fight has gone completely off the rails. Cody Brundage versus Abdul. We're trying to come up with a good bet for it. Decision, no bet. Gone in 60 seconds. Either fighter to win in the first... Abdul has to win the fight in the first 60 seconds of the fight. Brundage to win. Jesus Christ, what are we going to go with? Is the fight going to start round 3? No is $1.36. But Abdul is just a straight up $1.59. I think I'm still going to go with Cody Brundage by points. To me, that is the best one. Cage, what's up, mate? How you going? Put that hot shit they life on Clyde. But I'm still... Miguel, what are you talking about? Chill the fuck out. Fatima versus Jasmine is an underrated WMMA fight. It could be, and it will certainly be on in the background, but it shan't be anything that I will be paying any active attention to. And good on them. I do believe it is Fatima's first fight in the UFC, isn't it? Yeah, we're going with Cody Brundage via points. That is going on our betting slip. That is juicing up our entire parlay. Boys, I am giving you the amount of return that you are getting on this channel. The amount of dollary dues I'm putting back into your pockets when you listen to all of my 100% guaranteed bets is quite frankly insane. You think the boys over at We Want Picks are giving you value? You think they're giving you value? Look at this. If you follow my bets, you are going to get a $64 return. Where else can you make that kind of money on the internet? Where else? Even if you fly to Thailand and put a wig on and start selling yourself off to British backpackers, you're not making that kind of money. You're not making that kind of return. Let's play on. Julian Arosa versus Christian Rodriguez. Where are me bloody notes, mate? Where are me bloody notes? Christian Rodriguez versus Julian Arosa. Christian Rodriguez has no takedown defense. 0. Never has stopped a takedown. Absolutely no. This is my notes. Has absolutely no takedown defense. So I do think Julian Arosa is going to take him down and work him like a dog. very, very specific note taking I have. All right, Julian Erosa versus Christian Rodriguez. I do think when I'm watching fights back for the week, guys, I have like a Google Docs on my phone. So if I watch some fights back during the week, I just like put some notes down in my phone, and these are the notes that I come up with. He's never stopped a takedown. He's gonna work him, and he's gonna work him like a dog. Okay. Okay. Oh shit. Put the blunt down, Mason. Yep. Look at Cody's record. He either gets the first round finish or gets destroyed. I know, and I went over it earlier in the stream. I know, but I do think the embarrassment of 300. Someone said it before that, you know, rarely does he get a full camp in. He's got a full camp in for this one. I do know that he trains at elevation, so he's going to have the advantage for that. I think he is going to wrestle, grapple for that first round, and then come out with the win. But the great thing about watching fights together is I will be live streaming it, and I know you guys might be watching. You might be watching We Want Picks, or you might be watching Guru, or heaven forbid, you might be watching MMA Joey. But at any point, you can tab across, come back to my stream. I'll be here, and you can laugh at me and say, Doug, you're a fucking idiot. Delete your channel. What do you even know about MMA? What kind of notes do you even take? He's going to take him down and work him like a dog. You're a brainless fool. But hey, I never, ever said I was the best picker in the game. I'm just a fan of the sport. Here we go. Let's play on. Cameled up, like my name, Mason. Extremely obese, like my name, Weston. Dabs in chat, for real, for real. Kristen Rodriguez got that Marab cardio. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Christian Rodriguez. So is Julian going to be able to work him like a dog? Where are the odds? Christian Rodriguez is 144. Julian Erosa is 142. I got a lot of already... I've got a lot of already underdogs on my crazy parlay that I'm making for you guys. I do. Maybe we just pick the favorite in this one. Maybe we just pick the favorite. So he's going to get taken down. Christian Rodriguez is going to get taken down, but then he's going to get back up. And maybe he'll work Julian Erosa like Julian Erosa's the dog. Perhaps. Maybe. Well, we've already got some pretty crazy money coming in with the Cody Brundage by points. Do you think Christian Rodriguez can get a knockout, chat? Do you think he can get a knockout? Christian Rodriguez decision from Anakin. All right, I'm going to go with Anakin's on this one. Where are we at? So Anakin, Christian Rodriguez by decision, a lot less crazy than Cody Brundage by decision. That is a $2.85 return. But that does mean it's a very, very believable bet. It's a very believable bet. So I like that one, man. I like that a lot. Yeah, I think we'll go with Christian Rodriguez via decision. I think I'll follow you on this one, Anakin, since I went against you on the last one. Yes. Western Mass, how are you fat when you climb Massachusettsian trees and have to swim over rivers for work? But Western Mass is kind of like a... I've seen photos of Western Mass on Instagram, and he does very much look like a grizzly bear. Like, he's huge, he's covered in fur, he's got giant fangs, and that's how Western can climb trees with his big claws and swim as well. Because he does like fish with his bare clawed hands. So Western, like, you're picturing Western Mass as a human. He's not. He's a grizzly bear that has a smartphone in between his claws. Yeah, that's how he interacts with us. You got C-Rod by decision. When are you going to show us the legendary trow flippity tricks you can't, mate? I've shown you that. I've done a live stream at work. You've seen my legendary trout chips. Erosa is chinny. Erosa gets knocked down in every single fight. Ooh, nice one, Anakin. Douglas, mate, you are hopelessly confused. No, I'm here. I'm on point. At Anakin, how should I bet the Joshua Van and Charles Johnson fight? Let's go with C. Rodriguez. Oh, you're talking to Douglas's memo, not Dougie. I'm going to have to rename you Douglas's memo because it gets too bloody confusing, mate. Yeah, let's go with Christian Rodriguez via decisory do? Make picks. Christian Rodriguez via decision. Submit the picks. Let us go over here and add him to our parlay, and let us move on, ladies and gentlemen, to the next. No. I want to keep them. Let us move on to the next fight. Gabriel Bonfim versus Ange Losa. Do you guys want to hear my notes? Gabriel is very well-rounded, but I'm not sure about his cardio. I think he lost to Nicholas Dalby. Shut up, computer. Shut up, computer. I think he lost to Nicholas Dalby because he just flat ran out of breath, and now he's going to be fighting against Ange Losa, who I think has the chin of Marvin Vettori. Although, I do think Gabriel can win because he has better skill. Really, like, really. You know, I really do the work here. Douglas, mate, you're hopelessly confused. Anakin, how are you fighting on that? I was talking to Douglas, not Dougie. C-Rod got that D-Rod in him. He always finds a way to win, even when he's getting whooped. Nice one, Colstrom. Nice one. I'm teaming up with the real Richard F. Your confused days are hopelessly numbered. He thought he ate. Bonfim will win. What did I just have for my notes? Gabriel Bonfim. Yep. I think we agree on this one. We agree on this one, Anakin. We agree on this one. The question is, how? Bonfim will win. Bonfim could go far in the division if he fixes his cardio. He's got sick jiu-jitsu. Nice one, Colstrom. Nice one, mate. Ange Losa almost got finished by Reese McKee, and Losa quit to battle, to Brian Battle, I feel like you're going to be saying. Quit versus Brian Battle. Yep. You could do either Bonfim by submission or decision. Well, you know what that means, Anakin. Because we have pumped so much money into the... Oh, shit, what did I just do? I feel like I just fucked up the... Yeah. There we go. Sorry, chat. Got to have things looking pretty for my boys in chat. Because we've pumped so much money into other crazy parlays, we could probably go with the safer one here. Just to... Excuse me, Sportsbet. Can you fucking... Has everyone listened to the new Eminem album yet? Yes or no? All right, we are going to be going with Gabriel Bonfim, but in how and in which way? Gabriel Bonfim via submission seems to be the safest one, so I think we'll probably go with that one. Yeah, let's go Gabriel Bonfim via submission. Make a pick! Round 2 submission. Oh, yeah, boys. That's tasty. That is tasty. Nice, Anakin. Thank you for the feedback. Bonfim versus Battle would be absolutely fire. I thought the album was good. I thought the album was brilliant. Is Eminem's new album any good? I honestly believe that this is his best album since the Eminem Show. And it might be... I need to listen to it more. But it's on par with the Eminem Show. It is actually phenomenal. I listened to the first track and I was shocked. I was like, holy fuck, this sounds like it's 2004. It sounds like I'm listening directly to 2004. It was so weird. Okay, I think we're done with this one, yeah? We can put this one away. Nice. How is our bet slip looking? How is our ultimate card parlay going? The Dougie's Corner parlay. It is giving you a $400 return. That is insane, boys. Insane. I could buy you a house overnight. If you listen to Dougie's picks, if you listen to Fight Radio, just insane returns I'm guaranteeing for you. None of this is a guarantee. This is not betting advice. This is not financial advice. This is just merely just having fun. Just having fun with the boys. Kicking back. Don't actually think that this is a real bet. Do not put any money down on this bet. This bet will not come through. There are too many underdogs. It's almost entirely an underdog. I voted garbage without listening to it, just to get the cunty poll out of the way. Fuck you, Weston. Right. Drew Dober versus Jean Silva. There is a lot of hype, obviously, coming off of John Silva because of the way that he just looked. Serious talk now, boys. Lock in for serious MMA chat. There is a lot of talk coming in for John Silva, a lot of hype coming in. What are the odds? I believe straight away that Dober can and will get this done. I think missing weight last week and coming back in off the couch a week later, hyped up, believing in yourself, believing in your hand, puts a lot of expectation, a lot of hype. He believes in himself a lot. He's going to go in there charging forward, looking for another KO. Dober, Dober, crafty, knows he can get knocked out, but still gets in the pocket and goes for swinging, crazy swings. This one, the odds are almost neck and neck. You got a $1.97 return for Drew Dober, a $1.97 for Gene Silva. They're going to knock each other out here. I think the smart bet here is to not bet it either way and to just do the, is the fight going to go the distance, yes or no? But the no is only a $1.23 return, a $1.30 return. It's very, very low odds. Very, very low odds for the knockout fight. Shit. I was hoping that would be a little bit more meat on that burger right there of the will the fight go the distance. A decision no bet. If the fight goes to a decision, including a technical decision, bets on this market will be void. Either fighter wins by... Okay, this is the one here. Drew Dober will finish him one way or another, but it's not going to go the distance in Drew Dober. Now, where does that get you? $2? Oh, it's only 3 cents more. Oh, it's not even worth it for that. Let me read the chat. Let me get the poll out of the way for everybody. I voted Eminem was garbage just to get the poll out of the way. Weston, go listen to the album, man. It was really, really good. 6 people voted. No, Eminem is garbage. Well, now I know my audience better. Thank you for participating in this community poll. I'll shut the fuck up about Eminem. I have Silva KO. Nice. I'm rooting for John Silva. I like Silva. Chat's all going with Silva. Hear me out. John trains with Fighting Nerds with Kyle Ruffy. And Cortez, I know he does, man. You can't see those glasses and not know that. Yeah, I'm with you. Western Mass, you're just mad because I made a good point. You're speaking of Western Mass. Dober's chin has been shattered too many times. Yeah, that does worry me. Matt Steamroller KO Dober and has power. Silver's power is even more crazy. Bet on Drew Dober. I saw on Moicano's podcast that Saldiva didn't even move to Colorado until Thursday, and Dober trains out of Elevation. Does he, Toad? I didn't know that. Let me double check that. The turnaround, missing weight last week, and the dude, like the fight game, right, is so much comes into it with fighter IQ, fighter confidence. How many times, boys? How many times do we watch fights and just their IQ goes out the fucking window? Or they're not themselves in the cage. And I'm just saying that because a fighter's like emotion and thought process comes into it more than just their raw skill that what we're seeing. So half the time when I'm doing this and I'm picking fights, I'm also just vibing the mindset of the fighter, not just the fighter's skills. And I do think again, the Fighting Nerds, like you brought up, Anakin, the Fighting Nerds have had a lot of success lately. He's had a lot of success lately. I think he is believing that he can just come in here and chin Dober. Just chin him. I don't believe that, man. I still believe that, yeah, okay, Dober's been knocked out before, but Dober is still a hard fucking fight, dude. And I think if you come in to a fight against Drew Dober thinking that he is an easy night out, you're going to get put on your fucking ass, man. I really do believe that. And maybe I'm just too much of a Dober fan to get past my own bias. But yeah, that's where my head's at. Let me check. I want to know, does he train at Elevation, Toad? Because if he does, that pretty much seals the deal for me. Before he got a chance to shine in the UFC stage, Dober built his name fighting at Bellator, every fighter, UFC, training with the Elevation Fight Team. The number one thing that comes up on Google. What is Drew Dober's ethnicity? We're going with Drew Dober. And to spice it up a little bit, I don't know if John's going to get finished. It could be one of those messy, like, oh, I hate Elevation. I hate it. I hate watching fights at Elevation. It just it sucks the power out of people, and they end up just breathing heavy, staring at each other by the end of the fight. We've seen it so many times at Elevation where they're just both gassed, covered in sweat and blood, and for some reason they haven't been able to finish each other, and they're just staring at either side of the cage, looking at each other. I don't know. I don't think Dober's going to get the finish, but I think he's going to win. Yes, I've made my mind up, chat. I've made my mind up. It's going to be Drew Dober. No, he's got to get the finish. He has to get the finish. He can't win by decision. He can't. That's actually impossible. Bet on Drew Dober as some kind of he KO'd Jordan, who has never been chinned before, and Jacob's lock of the week is Silva. Well, then I have to go against Jake. Doesn't Jacob's lock of the week hit fairly regularly? Isn't that got like quite a good regular hit? No, fuck it. I'm my own man. I don't need to listen to that fucking redhead prick. I like week one picks. If John, it does work. If John Silva does beat Dober, do you think he should stay at lightweight or go back to featherweight? So he missed weight at featherweight, didn't he? He beats Dober. I think stay at lightweight. Stay at lightweight and see if he can have a healthy career there, Colstrom. And then if it does turn out to be like 2 or 3 losses in a row at lightweight, because the thing with lightweight is you can't just get one loss and give up. Like we've seen at lightweight, because the competition is so hard, you really do need like 2 losses, 3 losses in a row at lightweight to be like, oh yeah, I sort of am out of the competition. So I do think like give lightweight a proper go. Also, what age is John Silva? What age is Silva? Close this. How old is he? Because you can only keep cutting weight for so long, but I think he's still fairly new. John Silva, height, reach, born. Oh, don't give me that kind of fucking maths. God almighty. Jesus Christ. Don't give me maths, mate. John Silva, 1996. 27. Yeah, dude, do lightweight now. Do lightweight now while he's on. While you're heading into your peak. Yeah, do lightweight. If you win against Dober, John Silva, you are a lightweight. Fucking get used to it. If John beats Dober, it does work. It does work. Yeah, his lock of the week is very good, isn't it? At Western Mass, how much do you walk every day? Hey, Douglas and Weston, you two play nice. Okay? I know you two give each other the shits. Play nice. Okay? Douglas's memo. Don't rile up Weston. He's a loyal member of the chat. 145 is too small. Yep. John is younger. Dober is getting old. Oh, stop it, chat. Stop it. No. This is it. I'm back on liking this card. There's so many times where I'm like, this is the last time I'm trusting you. I'm back on liking this card. Oh, well done, chat. I didn't think we'd get here. But you guys have actually made me look forward to UFC Denver, which quite frankly, I was fucking dreading all week. I was dreading Denver all week. But now I'm into it. Dober, this is it. The last time I fucking believe in you, mate. We're doing it. You and me, Dober. Knockout. Fuck him. He shouldn't be fighting so quickly. Dober, round 1 knockout. Bang, bang, bang. Drew Dober via TKO. That's the bet. Moving on to the next fight of the card. Don't you fucking let me down, Dober. Don't you fucking let me down, big boy. Drew Dober, round 1 knockout. Here we go. The main event. Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Muslim Salikov. The main event. Is Muslim Salikov cooked? I've low-key enjoyed being a Muslim Salikov enjoyer. I always enjoy Russians who choose to stand up instead of wrestle. But Muslim Salikov is... I am being nice. Good. Off topic, but Imavov versus Brendan Allen is going to be fucking crazy. Who do you got? I'm kind of going with Imavov. Although Brendan Allen is, yeah, it is going to be a fucking wild one. I don't know. It is still 50-50 Colstrom, but I've kind of got Imavov right now. Yeah, that's who I'm edging off my gut feelings without doing my, as you guys have seen, my highly, all good, Douglas. Just be nice. Yeah, as you guys have seen, my highly specific note-taking that I do. It feels like he's going to fucking dog walk him. But yeah, Allen by sub. Yeah. All right. Is Muslim Salikov cooked? I do believe that he is. I think Ponzi is going to win. I do think Ponzinibbio is going to win. He's a decision machine. He is a decision machine. So, are we going with Ponzinibbio via decision? Outstriking him on the outside, dragging the fight through to the full 15 minutes? Yes, I do believe that we are. I am going with Ponzinibbio on decision. Boom, boom, boom. For the main event, let's go back. UFC, MMA. Main event of the evening, Santiago Ponzinibbio. Ponzinibbio is the favorite. Ponzinibbio by points, $3.25. Ponzinibbio by decision, crazy money. We'll go Ponzinibbio by points. And there you have it. My entire card will get you. My entire card will get you a $2,575 return if you bet on my entire card. Which is crazy. So I think for the last part of today's live stream, we might just try and tighten this up. And get rid of some the more crazy parlays and come up with one decent parlay that you guys can put on for the weekend that I do believe is going to hit. That's how I've only been doing Fight Radio for three live streams, but I do think a good way to finish it up is to come up with like one really believable parlay that has a good return on it. He's washed. He's getting KO'd by Randy Brown. That's not a good look. Let's go. I like the Santanozio pick. Thank you, Anakin. Thank you. Why is this the co-main? Vaughn versus Johnson should be the co-main. Yeah, absolutely it should. This screams of a prelim main event. The feature fight of the prelims, or whatever you want to call it. The main fight of the prelims. That's what this screams of. Or the opening of the main card. Yeah. I agree. Okay, so what is a very believable and real parlay? I do think Santanigo Ponzinibbio by points is a very real parlay, and because it's the main event, I like to leave it on the parlay because you sort of build up the excitement of watching the entire fight card. Drew Dober by TKO. I think I like that one, so let's get rid of that and put that there. Gabriel Bonfim via submission. Christian Rodriguez by points. Cody Brundage by points. Obviously, we're going to get rid of that one. Joshua Van by points. Might get rid of that one and just go back to just a straight-up Joshua Van. Damon Blackshear and Josh Friend. Let's get rid of them. C-Rod by points. Gabriel Bonfim via submission. What are we looking at here? This is a $9 return on your mult. So $1 you put down. So you put down a tenner, you might get back $100. Let's go back a little bit. If you went C-Rod. We were pretty good on C-Rod, weren't we? I think we were all pretty solid on C-Rod. Yeah, we were all pretty happy with C-Rod. So C-Rod by points. There, if you put a tenner on that, you're getting 270 back. You put $1 on that, you're getting 25. And then just to really like make the entire card fun, I'd go Joshua Van just outright. Not by points, just outright. So you'd be riding. There you go. Nearly $40. Yeah, that's a fun bet that I do believe actually has a chance of hitting. If I was a gambler, that's what I would be going with. Right there. So let me make sure you guys can see that. There it is. So this is it. This is your 4-leg Dougie's Corner parlay that he 100% believes could hit. It is Joshua Van, straight up. No method of victory. Anyway, anyhow, get it done. Christian Rodriguez dragging that fucking fight out to the full length of the 15 minutes, getting the win via points. Drew Dober getting the knockout. That's the one you're going to be sweating. That is the one you're going to be sweating. And Ponzinibbio, you're pretty much hoping that Muslim Salikov is old enough and gritty enough to survive the entire fight. You put $1 down, you're going to be getting $40 back. Yeah, that's good. I think that's a good parlay. I think that's a good fight radio that we've done there. I like that. Nice. Did I end up doing this? Did I end up picking Ponzinibbio? Make a pick. Ponzinibbio. Done. All right, there we go. That's the entire pick. Dougie's picks. Nice. Okay, so also, if you guys want to pop in during the main card, I will be using Verdict on the screen. So that way... I will be using Verdict on the screen, so that way I'll be live scoring the fights, judging the fights, and it'll be round by round judging as well, which I think is going to come in pretty goddamn handy at this weekend's main event. No, not for this weekend's main event, for this entire weekend's card. I do think that's going to come in pretty goddamn handy because, again, the elevation is going to slow everybody down. The fights are going to drag out. There's going to be a lot of heavy hits that are bouncing off people. So I think having live scoring during the fights is going to help out a lot. So if you guys want to pop in between rounds or at the end of fights, you want to jump in and say hi, come in, say hi. Wait, so Fight Radio is just doing picks on live? Yeah, that's pretty much the show, mate. That's pretty much the show. Go through the card, do picks live, make bets live, come up with the fun parlay for you guys. There's a $2,000 return parlay or a $40 return parlay that I think could hit if you wanted to pick it. That's pretty much the show, mate. That's the whole gimmick of the show. There's not much else to it other than that. It's not the most in-depth show in the world, mate. But it's pretty original. Nice. All right, let's switch over. So, what are we going to do? We can stay live for a little bit longer, and maybe we go over to Twitter and do some news reactions to the Twitter. So, first things first, let me get rid of all this. Yes, and let's bring the Twitter up. Transition, done, cool, bang. 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 Bang, bang, bang. Because I was talking about that idea I considered stealing. Pick'em MMA always does that. Shout out Pick'em MMA. What does Pick'em do? Let me know. I'm not sure. I wonder what YouTuber Tommy Boy is trying to manipulate into streaming his show. Yeah, I wonder what Tommy Boy is doing now. We miss Tommy Boy. I wish him nothing but the best. Poor old Tommy Boy. Okay, let me just bring up the Twitter here now, guys. Add... because we can go live for a little bit longer, and there's going to be plenty of Xbox play during the UFC Denver card. Oh, might be too much Xbox play, to be honest, considering how many fights are on that card that we generally try and avoid. There's that. There's that. That goes there like that. Boom. All right. Cool. Check it out. He does live picks. Oh, yeah. That's what I mean, Douglas's memo. Like, doing live picks. I know it's a crazy original show that some people out there think that they invented and came up with on their own. But everyone on MMA YouTube does this show. Everyone. It's like live streaming the fights. Everybody on MMA YouTube does it. So, Alan Perez reacts to Tracy Cortez having to cut her hair to make weight for her first UFC main event earlier today. You really had to cut your hair to make the weight. You were gifted an amazing opportunity to be a main event versus a former UFC champ, and you barely made it. What a waste of an opportunity. You were showing off your lack of preparation for a big moment. To be fair to Tracy, I don't know how the fans are going to react to this. We'll check out the comments right now. To be fair, I've never seen anyone do live tier lists, though. I know, and we haven't done a single live tier list this week. Have you noticed that? Kind of dog shit. I've been off my game. We got to do a live tier list this week, and we'll probably do a tier list on Monday or Tuesday. To be fair, this fight came up 2 weeks ago, right? Wasn't it 2 weeks ago that this fight got made? Like, she had to cut weight in 2 weeks, which is pretty fucking, hard to do. This is not exactly like she had a 9-week training camp and was slowly cutting down weight for this. Like, if Tracy Cortez was out and about just enjoying life, you can't blame her for struggling to make the weight for the main event. Let's see if anyone in the MMA community will actually be nice to her and give her some benefit of the doubt, or if they'll just be straight up roasting her. Perez has also missed weight for one of her fights, by the way. Tracy Cortez was training for next week's Apex card. That's right, Toad. True. They did move it forward a week. That's true, man. That's true. Perez did not cook here. Ain't this the same woman who twerks in front of her son after fights? Yeah, not nice. Not nice at all. Didn't she know that this was a short notice fight? It was a replacement fight. Yeah, so it seems like people are like bringing in, it was a week different. And to be fair, Toad, she might have been, training for that fight at that particular week, like getting her diet locked in. She's a week off. She missed weight by a couple of fucking hair follicles. So it sort of does make you think that she was on track to make the weight for the week that she was meant to fight. And because she missed a couple of hair follicles, everyone is sort of lighting her up and being shit cunts about it. Just my 2 cents. She made the weight, so I don't see what there is to criticize. Yeah. I think people are just making something out of nothing. Because she had to cut her hair. Let's go and find some more stories to chat about. Now, I got to do this because Twitter is a hellscape now, and you never know what you're going to see. John Anik has talked to MMA Junkie. He said one day he wants to put the commentary mic down and become an executive and work in the UFC as one of the matchmakers. I think John Anik straight up would be good at this if he wanted to go and be a matchmaker. He's been watching the UFC for a very, very long time, and he knows the fighters' stories really well. Does hair grow in between the fights too? Does hair grow in between? What do you even mean by that? Like she was going to make weight next week, but she didn't, so she had to cut her hair off this week? I think John Anik would be a good matchmaker. I really do. And this sort of reminds me of like us seeing the Roku series and seeing how many of the fighters are interacting with the lawyer. I don't know why the hell she cried about it though, because women love their hair. They spend years growing out their hair. They spend thousands of dollars maintaining their hair. And then she missed weight by a couple of pounds. And all she's probably been focused on for the last 9 weeks is making weight, making weight, making weight. And then she missed it by a couple of pounds and now she has to cut her hair off. It's a big deal to them. It's not just like men are very much like, listen, it's just fucking hair, cunt. It'll fucking grow back. I'll shave this off right now. But obviously women have a very different connection to their hair. And she's been stressing about making weight for weeks. Imagine standing on the scale being like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make weight. I've done it. I've done it. I've done it. And they're like, you're half a pound over. And she's like, fuck. Like, the only way you're going to make weight, you're either going to lose half your paycheck, which could be 20K. You're either going to lose 20K or cut your hair right now. And she's like, get me some scissors, cunt. Get me some fucking scissors. Like, it's not cool, man. It's not cool at all. John Anik being a matchmaker. I like the idea of it. I want to see if the MMA community roasts him, because I feel like the MMA community doesn't love John Anik as much as I do, or as much as we do over here. I don't know. I got a lot of respect for John Anik, so I wonder what they're going to be doing, if they're going to roast him or not. I speak for all of us when I say this. We want John. John knows what good fights are. And it's from Tommy Boy as well. The one and only Tommy Boy out there leaving shit on Twitter. Good on him, man. But her hair was shorter last time she fought. Well, then she's probably spent like an active amount of time. Like, dude, do you groom yourself? Do you have like a beard? Do you have a goatee? Like, do you pick the way that you look? Like, Tracy Cortez is one of those fighters that is known for her looks. And she has gone out and like actively chosen how she wants to present herself to the audience by growing her hair out. And then she has to go and cut it for fight week. And this is when, you know, all the cameras are going to be on her. Everyone's going to be judging her, especially as a WMMA event. Everyone is going to be judging her looks and the way she fights. And now she has to go and like publicly cut her hair. Yeah, I could see why she would cry over it. I definitely see it's earned it if it's a move that he wants to make down the road. I can't believe Tommy Boy's in here leaving chats. Nice, man. This one from Julius Caesar. It's Mike Goldberg. We're like, so it's not a no. So coming back to the UFC, not a no. I love that. Fucking, we miss Mike Goldberg. Sians goes, I agree strongly with this. I hope it works out for him. Maybe this comes a time when DP might step up as a commentator while John Anik moves into a new position. I'm liking Dustin Poirier on commentary. I don't know if you guys see this, but on ESPN, like in Australia at Fight Pass, they don't show this. You only see this when you're legally watching the fights. They cut back to the ESPN desk sometimes, and sometimes they have DP there. I like him. So if Dustin Poirier ever wanted to transition over to full-time commentary and John Anik wanted to, like, because at some point, right, like all of us watching this, I can see the statistics of who my audience is. And most of us are around 25 to 40. That's sort of like the age bracket of people that watch this channel. So there is going to be a stage in like the next 15 years where me and you guys are still watching the UFC, but Dana White is going to leave, and obviously John Anik is going to want to change up his life from having to sit at the fucking commentary booth every single weekend for 16 hours. And I could see him wanting to move into the back role and Dustin Poirier wanting to step up. So shit is going to need to change. And I don't think Dana White is going to be at the UFC much longer, because it does seem like Hunter Campbell is the one interacting with all of the fighters. And Hunter Campbell is the one that is going to be... Hunter Campbell is going to be the one that is going to be guiding the ship of the UFC, which means Hunter Campbell is going to need a new matchmaker. So I don't hate that idea for John Anik becoming the new matchmaker of the UFC at all. I think they are preparing Hunter Campbell for Dana's position, and that's why they're talking about Anik becoming a matchmaker. Cage, We are exactly on point. Hopefully Campbell is a better president than a matchmaker. Do you think Hunter Campbell's not a good matchmaker? Do you think there's been problems with the matchmaking recently? I think the matchmaking's been pretty good. I don't think the fighter activity has been very good. I think we could see way more activity from these fighters, but I think the matchmaking has been pretty good thus far this year. It just sucks that the cards in between them have been so dog shit. Like you think it's been terrible matchmaking? I think the Apex cards have been dog shit, and the Apex cards that they're giving us are very much like, who hasn't got a fight? Fucking match them up. But the pay-per-views and generally the fight nights have had really good matchmaking. I feel like my attempts at being helpful are often misconceived at dickheadery. No, Douglas, you do good work. You do good work. I get it. I get where you're coming from. I do think you like to rile people up. I was in Ronan MMA's chat yesterday, listening while I was on my way to work, and you were riling up Ronan MMA quite a bit, you cheeky bastard. But he does get riled up very easily, bless his soul. Moving on. Oh, we can actually see the weigh-in as she's crying. Let's have a look. Let us watch the weigh-in together, chat. And we can get some audio going as well. I don't know if you guys saw the audio, but I didn't get to. So let us do that together. Transition. Audio. Boom. Audio. Let's watch.
Here we go, baby. Official weight 126 pounds for Tracy Cortez. There you go, baby. All right, Kiki, go ahead and...
Maybe she just didn't think she was going to make it. And she's just so happy she's going to be getting paid. Rose looks fine, dude. Rose looks fine.
124 3/4, the official weight for Rose Namajunas.
Yeah, Rose looks absolutely fine. I think what we're seeing here is just someone who is freaking out that they weren't going to get paid, man. You know, like half your paycheck getting cut because you didn't make the weight, or 30% of it getting cut. I don't know about you, but like you go to work and your boss tells you, you still got to work today, but I'm cutting 30% of your pay. That has stressed me the fuck out. I'm not going to lie, man. There's some Bryce Mitchell clips coming up. I just want to listen to them first before I can put them. Oh, shit. You can see it on the screen. Let me hide it. And let me just check this Bryce Mitchell clip, because Bryce Mitchell said some shit on PPD. So I just got to hear it first to make sure I can play it on YouTube. I think they're preparing Hunter Campbell. Yep, terrible matchmaking. I feel like... Isn't Sean Shelby the matchmaker? Hunter is the contract negotiator. I think they like mix and match their positions. I think they make, like, the war room is generally like a matchmaking session, and anyone who has a good idea or some good insight is invited into the war room to sit down and talk about it and share their ideas. But yeah, like, so I would say that Sean Shelby is the one that does the majority of the matchmaking, which is those copy and paste, Apex cards that we see. That is what I think. But then when it comes to like the main events, the fight nights, that is really like the war room. So that's Dana White, Sean Shelby, Hunter Campbell. Everyone's in there having a look around. They're both matchmakers as far as I know. There you go. In the full clip, Cortez has to take off all of her clothes and cut her hair. She probably was worried that she wasn't going to make... Yeah, Toad, that's exactly what I was thinking, man. Like, it is just an issue of fucking hell. Am I going to lose 30% of my money right here? Like... She's got to lose her money. She's got to pay her taxes. She's got to pay her camp. She's going to be in the main event, and she's going to end up walking away with like 10%, 20% of the profits for all that work. Kind of shitty. Let me listen to this Bryce Mitchell thing. I'm not going to play the audio, but there's writing on the screen. I'll let you guys watch the writing on the screen. But I'm not going to play the audio. Where is it? He challenged me to a debate over something that we were discussing. Then he called me out publicly for ducking, even though I accepted. Then made me wait all stream just to blow me off and then ducked you completely. He challenged you to a debate over something that we were discussing. Then he called me out publicly for ducking, even though I accepted. Okay, what were you guys discussing? Bryce Mitchell. Get some chickens. Farm your own food. Get some chickens. But right now, this one here. Mateus Gamrot. Fucking Mateus Gamrot versus Dan Hooker. I don't know if this fight is going to be happening. It is apparently coming straight just from Dan Hooker. Now Spinning Backfist has jumped on it, but this is just the MMA news cycle. Daggy privilege. You guys were arguing about whether or not the Dagestanis have privilege in the UFC. The Dagestanis do have privilege in the UFC. The Saudi Arabians and the United Arab Emirates pump a lot of money into the UFC, and they want to see a return on their investment. It's not that hard to work out. Money equals privilege. That's the way it has been. That's the way it always will be. That is what's going on. Is this fight going to be happening? Dan Hooker. How many times has Hooker done this? Said a fight is going to happen that isn't going to happen? So far, once or twice, but just in general, he does talk a lot of shit. What do the general people out there in MMA Twitter believe? Is this fight going to happen? Yes or no? Umar fighting Sandhagen is clear Dagestani privilege. Oh, I don't think anyone denies that the Dagestanis have privilege. I don't think anybody denies that at all. They get 1 or 2 fights, get 2 wins, and then moved up the... Look at Sean O'Malley's career, right? Look at a Dagestani's career. We can do this right now. I can hide this screen right now, easy as shit. And we can just go to Tapology, bring up Sean O'Malley's career, and then bring up... What was that cunt that fought Sean Strickland? Amavov? Abdulazov? I can't remember everyone's fucking names, especially the Omavovs, right? But they get 2 fights in the UFC, and then they get to fight a ranked contender, right? You got fucking Khamzat Chimaev, couple of fights in the UFC, then he gets to jump up and fight Zhang Liang, and then Gilbert Burns. Like, you get a regular prospect in the UFC from South America has to go into the UFC and fight maybe 5 or 6 prospects before they get to sniff anyone around the top 15. Whereas if you are a Muslim fighter, you get to get 2 or 3 fights in the UFC. Abus, thank you, Douglas. Yes, Abus. You get to get 2 or 3 fights in the UFC, and then you get a ranked opponent. I agreed on that aspect of it during our discussion. Well, then I don't know what is Ronin MMA saying that the Dagestanis don't get privilege? Is that what you think? I don't think anyone really and I don't think anyone with a set of eyes believes that the Dagestanis do not get privilege. I just don't understand why people find it so appalling or shocking that the Dagestanis get privilege. Like, to me, it's very clear and obvious why they do. Check Burrito's record. He's about to be on a 6-fight win streak outside of the rankings. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I was saying, Toad. Like, I know that if we did this, you could, right? If you really wanted to, if you wanted to be bothered to make this video, and they're not the kind of videos that I make, but I could see someone making this video, you could take all of the Brazilian and American prospects, all of them, and work out how many fights on average they need to have on a spreadsheet. How many fights on average they need to have before they fight someone in the rankings. Then you could take all the Dagestanis and put it on a spreadsheet. How many fights do they need to have on average before they get a ranked opponent? And I guarantee the Dagestanis are coming out with a lower average of fights. I guarantee it would probably be an afternoon's work. Like I said, we could do it live right now, but I quite frankly could not be fucking bothered, and I'm going to go soon anyway because I've been nearly streaming for 2 hours. But if anyone wanted to make that video was right there to be made, right there to be made. And maybe I'll make it tomorrow afternoon after the card. Maybe I will make it tomorrow afternoon. Fuck it. Mate, you know what? No one else make that video. I'm doing that video tomorrow afternoon. Either way, if someone else does it, they clearly stole it, and I'm going to play this part. Fuck it. Tomorrow after the Denver card, I'm going to open up a fucking spreadsheet, pick out some South American prospects, pick out some Dagestani prospects, and I will prove mathematically that there is Dagestani privilege in the UFC. The thing is, I do not know why anyone is surprised by it. It is clear and obvious why there is. They pump in money into the UFC, whereas in America and in Brazil, the UFC have to invest into building that market. So, yeah. This one here, is this fight actually going to happen? What sort of reactions did Dan Hooker get to this fight? Don't play any fight. Who is Charles getting then? Ooh, that's a good one. Well, Charles is probably going to move up to 170, I would say. This probably confirms that Charles is going to move up. Did anyone figure that out? Colby Covington. Yep. They got it. Yep. Mid matchup, not going to lie, but I'll take it. I hate the matchup. I hate this matchup, by the way, purely because of how much I hate Gamrot. But we will see. Why would the UFC pair the most boring fighter in the world with Dan Hooker? The fight makes zero sense. Yeah, I feel like Hooker versus Oliveira is a better fight to make. That fight is blood and violence all over it. That like Charles Oliveira versus Dan Hooker is the perfect feature fight or a crowded fight night and main event. Don't trust anything that Dan Hooker says anymore. Yep. To either get a title shot for winning this, Gamrot probably would, just because of the amount of win streaks that he gets. This fight is not a banger. This isn't a banger. True facts. Good to see the audience is not being crazy on this one. No, he believes it. My argument was, how is Ikram fighting Rob Dagestani privilege? He only got the fight because Bo Nickel was too busy thinking of excuses. Yeah, no, I get that. I think the Ikram Aliskerov getting the fight against... I'm pretty sure you were here for all of this, like me saying all this. Ikram Aliskerov getting the fight against Rabitwitika was just timing and circumstances. And sometimes fights work out that way better for the contender. And that doesn't matter if they're Dagestani or not. Like sometimes... Douglas's memo. Did Al Iaquinta have American privilege, being a ranked 11th prospect from New York, stepping up to fight for the world lightweight title against Khabib? Now, obviously, Khabib was dominant. Obviously, Khabib was going to win that fight. But you could argue that they were giving hometown American privilege to Al Iaquinta because he was an American, he was on weight, he was in the region, he was ready to go. Like, it is just one of those things where timing makes sense for some fighters, depending on where they are. And the timing of that could be whether or not you even get into the UFC. You could be fighting at LFA or at Cage Warriors, cutting weight, ready to fight that weekend. Then there's a dropout in the UFC, and then you get the call up to be put in for a contract. That's not privilege. That's not Cage Warriors privilege. That's just at the right place at the right time. So, yeah, I think the way that worked out was just in the right place at the right time. No, thank you. Oh, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. This fight has been confirmed. We were talking about it earlier in the chat, but there you go. It has been confirmed. MMA Orbit usually pretty good when they confirm things. Looks like Brendan Allen was eventually bullied into it. It is not going to be the main event. I think Cyril Gane is going to be the main event. I think the way that we are seeing that card play out now is that you'll have these guys as the 3-round feature fight. You'll have Paddy Pimblett versus Bobby Green as the co-main event. And then you're going to have Cyril Gane versus Alexander Volkov as the main event. UFC Paris is locked. Here's what I am interested in now, guys. What time zone is UFC Paris going to be in? It's not a pay-per-view. It's not a pay-per-view. So it might be on at a good time for the Parisian audience. Alhamdulillah. It'll be at a good time for the Parisian audience to watch. But because the English's card is a pay-per-view, they are going to get fucked in the ass when it comes to the time zone. It's not even a privilege for Ikram. Anyone with a brain knew that he was going to lose. When the fight got made, I bet a large sum of money on Robert, based Cageathan. Based, man. Yeah. Yeah. It's not. It's privilege in the way that you get the opportunity, which is why I said, dude, like, Ally Quinta getting the shot. It's not like Ally Quinta was going to win that fight. It's just like you get the opportunity to step up at a big moment. Gun versus Volkov is for Abu Dhabi. Get the fuck out of here, Toad. Is it really? That's dumb. Is it really, man? Fuck, dude. Fucking hell, man. That is crazy, dude. Dagestani privilege. But Dagestani privilege crybabies say that was Khabib getting privilege, not Al. Khabib was meant to fight Ferguson. Khabib was on a 12-fight win streak or something like that at No. That fight was meant to be Ferguson versus Khabib. Wasn't it? That fight was meant to be Ferguson versus Khabib. And that's when Ferguson tripped over the cord and Ally Quinta had to step up on short notice. I'm sure that was that fight. Wasn't it Matt? It was someone big. It was someone really fucking big. It was someone really big that he was meant to fight. And Ally Quinta got the... So it wasn't Khabib getting privilege at short notice at all. At all. And again, it's lightweight. Like, you don't go on a 12-fight win streak and not get a chance. And he had just beaten up Edson Barboza. No, that one was fair. That one was fair. The UFC to Brendan Allen. You'll do what you're told. You'll do what you're told. MMA Elite, so much for the main event. Laughing my ass off. Could be a good title eliminator. Too bad there are two guys already at the front of the line. True. Yeah, circumstances are a huge deal. Urseg and Dustin got title shots just because of that. That's true, mate. Like, does Steve Urseg get fucking Australian Anzac privilege? Because the Aussies, how come they always get fucking good matchups? How come the Aussies always get good international fight weeks? Why do the Aussies always get good Yeah, no, it's just circumstances, man. But he got gifted an easy fight equals Dagestani privilege, crybaby logic. There is Dagestani privilege in the who and when you fight them. That much is there. And I think it's almost like when you have goggles for something and you're used to categorizing things a certain way, then everything just gets chucked into that box. Is there Dagestani privilege? Yes. Does that mean every single time it's Dagestani privilege? No. You've got to have, in the words of Bryce Mitchell, the Beast, you've got to have discernment. And I have discernment. And I want to teach my kids to have discernment. And having discernment is picking between one and the other. You got to think for yourself, you know? Thanks for clearing that up, Mr. Toad. Yeah, Toad's always on fucking point. Always on point. All right, boys, that has been about 2 hours. We did the live stream. We did Fight Radio. We came and caught up on the news. Thank you so much for jumping in and keeping me company for Fight Radio. I thought it was a damn good pick'em. If you want to jump in during UFC Denver, I will be live streaming the entire thing. So if you want to come in and laugh at me for getting some of my picks wrong, or you want to come in and congratulate me for getting some of my picks right, or if you want to come in and say, thank you, Dougie, for coming up with a parlay that got me a $2,500 return. Your MMA mind is unparalleled. Come in and say thanks for that. But until then, I'm out of here, boys, because it is Saturday morning and we got a whole bunch of errands to run. So I'm going to go and say hi to Jamie and have a fucking good one, but I'll be streaming all day tomorrow for the card. And then I might afterwards make a clear and concise Dagestani privilege video using the power of mathematics and averages. See ya, nerds. See ya, Nah, see you, boys. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Have a good day wherever you are. And I will see you all fucking tomorrow. Or maybe this afternoon. Maybe I'll come home and do a stream this afternoon. Who bloody knows, mate? But I'll see you all later. Maybe we'll do a tier list this afternoon if I got time for it. See you all later. Have a good one. Stay healthy.